The poem I'm going to read was inspired by Hassan Kanafani, one of the foremost Palestinian writers. He was a refugee, a journalist, an editor, and a political activist. He was murdered in Beirut by a bomb planted by the Mossad, the Israeli spy agency. This was on the 8th of July, 1972. He was only 36 years old. At the time, he was the official spokesperson for the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine. And yet, first and foremost, he was a writer. And in this regard, his obituary in Lebanon's Daily Star stated that he was, quote, a commando who never fired a gun, whose weapon was a ballpoint pen, and his arena, the newspaper pages. Hassan was very clear on his life's purpose, and the following quote from him is an example to all of us who wish to combine our moral, artistic, and political objectives. I write well because I believe in a cause, in principles. The day I leave these principles, my stories will become empty. And the defense of principles is what finally leads to success in everything. The Palestinian cause is not a cause for Palestinians only, but a cause for every revolutionary, as a cause of the exploited and oppressed masses in our era. The title of the poem is The Return of Refugees. Trucks are loaded, donkeys loaded, but not with beds, linen, pots, or kettles, loaded with panic, with defeat, with betrayal. Who owns the past? Who will own the future? Trucks are loaded, donkeys are loaded, loaded at speed, loaded at gunpoint, but not with children, dogs, birds, and rabbits, loaded with threats, bluster, murder, and blackmail. Who owns the past? Who will own the future? Loaded by the innocent, loaded by the weak, at speed, at gunpoint. Trucks are loaded, donkeys loaded, but not with paintings, silverware, books, and prayer beads. Loaded with lackeys, absent effendi, colonizers, lying imperialists. Long live the past and the future. And so, convoys of stalled generations, tripping in minefields, hanging on barbed wire, hanging on the past and the future, carrying photographs, diaries and wills, carrying keys, boxes of memory. Then borders evaded, borders crossed, borders spat and trampled on. Then camps, cast out in camps, cramped in camps, camp cities alongside cities. Camps to take the place of places of work, of worship, of study, places of healing. Camps to hold people in check, in reserve, in suspension. But then, in the camps, trucks load defiance and bomb belts. Trucks load young militants. Long live the past and the future. Long live the present. And heavy with hunger, with stench and with sacrifice, with lineage and longing, with resolutions and rights, loaded with anguish. Trucks start their engines, race back to the borders. Trucks cross over and explode. Long live the past and the future, free at last in the present.